Hi everyone, thank you for coming. I'm Marcus. I'm a Math and Stats PhD student at UWA. As you'd expect, I still live with my parents. In my research, I do a fair amount of modelling. Not on a catwalk per se, but on the computer. However, one of the things that concerns me with models is trust. They tell you many things, but it's very difficult to get an idea of how much trust to put on what they say. It's like the other day I was chatting with my girlfriend, who just so happens to be a model, and she was telling me how, I'm the only one for her. It was great. I was so excited. And I woke up. I'm still single, and my mum is still disappointed in me. Mathematical models, on the other hand, won't break your heart, but if you're not careful in considering uncertainty in their answers, they can break your wallet. Incorporating uncertainty into mathematical models is known in the business as uncertainty quantification. And I kid you not, it is a big deal. So much so that I was quite uncertain how to proceed with this talk. Just like how I'm uncertain of when or if Mom's going to kick me out of the house. I'm sure many of you, if not most of you here today, use ChatGPT on at least a regular basis, whether it be writing emails to colleagues, summaries of documents, or Twilight fan fiction. But one of the drawbacks of our beloved AI chatbots is that it's very difficult to get an idea of how much trust to put on what they say. And as a result, we have to consider, when it comes to making big decisions with AI informing us, the risks that could come with that. So big money. It's kind of like having a mate who tells porkies all the time. Like, you just don't know what's true and what's not. I think one of the most famous examples of this recently has been ChatGPT's insistence that strawberry has only 2 R's in it. Also, ChatGPT won't say anything mean. Like, even when I say mean things to it. I think it got bullied a lot during its training epochs. If AI struggles with all these problems, I think it would be handy if we had some kind of metric which would allow us to know how much we should actually trust what it says. As a math PhD student, I look into how to, among other things, I look into how to incorporate uncertainty quantification into mathematical models, giving us said metric. Now, uncertainty quantification says, I could just give you my best guess, but I'm also going to give you a range of possible outcomes. That way, you can make a more informed decision, because the world's not set in stone, other matter is used too, and the unexpected can occur just when you least expect it. Speaking of which, when it comes to knowing what could happen, it also means knowing what could go wrong. And if we know the risks that are associated with something, we can take steps to mitigate them. Like not feeding your dog treats with your mouth. Trust me, it's not worth it. Really not. Speaking of trust, wouldn't it be easier to trust AI if it would just be open when it's full of shit? I mean, a little transparency would be nice. And they say that a relationship is built on trust. But for those of us that don't have that, it would be nice to at least trust our AI girlfriends. Now, outside of surrogate relationships, there's a great deal for everyone else to benefit from by incorporating more transparency into our models. With greater transparency, we can take that next step, whether it be to build that bridge, buy that crypto, or take one's AI girlfriend in holy matrimony. In addition to this, uncertainty quantification can serve as a guide, showing us the gaps in our model's understanding. And this kind of makes sense intuitively. If we don't know what we're talking about something, we tend to and ah, we're pretty uncertain. So if we're able to detect the uncertainty within the model, we can better inform it. Now, there are many ways to do uncertainty quantification. Let's see how the Bureau of Meteorology does it, or the BOM. Now, the BOM makes use of what's called ensemble forecasting. And the idea behind ensemble forecasting is pretty simple. You have your model, you just run it heaps of times with very similar kind of starting conditions. So to get these starting points, You have one starting point, and you just kind of mess with it a lot. And you run it in your model, you end up getting some kind of distribution of what could possibly happen, right? So this is how the weather people are able to tell us there's like an 80% chance of rain, it's going to be cloudy, it's going to be sunny, etc. But if I'm going to be honest, they don't always do the best job of that. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Ever check the news, it's like, oh great, it's going to be like 100% sunny or whatever. I'm going to head down to the beach with my budgies, see what it's like, only for the weather to turn to shit. Yeah. Bomb needs to get their act together. Now, I've talked a lot about AI, but I think it's worth noting that there are other very useful applications of uncertainty quantification for disciplines. For example, in climate science, through uncertainty quantification, scientists are able to get an understanding of the range of potential temperature increases with uncertainty quantification, allowing us to get an idea of the worst case and least worst case scenarios. Engineers use uncertainty quantification in reliability analysis. When it comes to designing or building some tool or structure, they're able to know how long should they go before they give it a check-up or just replace it in general, allowing for us to have more reliable, safe products. Now, considering uncertainty is not just important for us as individuals, but for the machines we bear. As they grow up and take on more of the world, imparting a bit of self-doubt and humility will go a long way. Because in a world of uncertainty, being a little bit ignorant is okay, but it's best not to be ignorant of ignorance. And hopefully, as they grow up, they'll be less of a disappointment than I am to my mum. Thank you for your time.